So it was patience, and that was what the entire Monetary Policy Committee meeting of the Central Bank for Monday and Tuesday was all about. So yesterday afternoon, Godwin Emefiele says it's time to wait and see how things go, but perhaps before resuming the accommodative policy stance that was handed out in the month of March. So let's take this to the fixed income market, where Chioma Udu, who is one of the dealers at GT Bank, is standing by at the FMDQ exchange place to talk to us for a few minutes this morning, the morning after that MPC meeting. Chioma, good morning. Great to have you on the program. Coming in here.
Thank you for having me, boss, and good morning to you.
It's great. Thank you so much. Yes, that was a wait-and-see position by the MPC yesterday. But the big story, I'm sure, for you banks in the last 24 hours or less than that is that the MPC says the central bank should cut the appetite of banks for treasury bills and bonds.
Yes, it came as a shock to us, but however, we had an inclination because the central bank has stayed away from the market since 9th of May on the open market operations, where they come to take out excess liquidity in the market. So we've not seen them participate much in that window. However, the highlights of today is the bond auction, where 100 billion is on offer from 5 to 30 years, 35 and 30 years, 30 billion apiece. So what the market is going to do today is to concentrate on the auction in the bond space today.
So the MPC says they'll wait to see inflation, what happens next month, this month and next month, then the GDP numbers as well. So how's the market taking a combination of this inflation, the GDP numbers, and the wait-and-see position of the MPC for Tuesday?
The market has been very bullish, since it's been a bullish trend since the beginning of this month. We've not seen a lot of assets floated in the market, so we've seen a lot of investors trying to lock down rates, especially at the long end of the T-bill curve. Currently, we've lost about 100 basis points from last week, and then the long end of the T-bill curve is currently trading about 11.5%. Well, the highlight is we have a maturity of about 106 billion coming in tomorrow. We won't be surprised if the central bank doesn't come in to mop that out as a result of the fallout from the MPC, where they'll say that they'll wait and see and then reduce their participation in the fixed income space.
So technically, are you saying, or are you dealers at least comfortable, as it were, with the current yield curve on treasury bills, on government securities, despite this statement from the MPC?
We're currently trading at double digits, and the carry for FDIs and FPIs is still positive. So, well, yeah, it's a good pricing for now. But if you benchmark it to inflation, we're going to wait another 1 month to see what inflation does. If inflation ticks up again, then we'll have to start looking at the interest rates ticking up.
Okay. Okay, so what do? We wait and see as well, isn't it?
Yes, we wait and see. We wait and see. And then we'll get a direction. We'll get a sense of direction of what happens at the bonds auction today.
Exactly. That's it. That's what the central bank is doing on behalf of the Debt Management Office. Thank you so much, Chioma Udu from GT Bank, one of the fixed income dealers out of to us from FMDQ Exchange Place. Have a great day, and let's keep the conversation from here. And of course, we'll go back to the stock exchange trading floor. Temple Ashaju, our business correspondent, is keeping one permanent eye on the latest bride for customs trade. That's MTN Nigeria. So it's another trading day. This stock has gained about a little over 30% since it was listed, and is still rallying the market. Tempo coming here today is looking like yesterday, isn't it?
It is actually, Bosin. I mean, we're up again some 2.02%. MTN is just the reason one more time. I don't know. It's surprising, and
just fire me
it's
up.
really rattling the market right now.
At this rate, Temple, at this rate,
well,
before MTN came in last Thursday, it's going to be 1 week tomorrow for the MTN listing. Just before that, last week, we were the worst performing stock market in Africa. As at Monday last week. Today, that story is changing
yes, we were.
so fast.
Yes, we were. It is changing so fast. I mean, MTN, so the time it came on board last week Thursday was at some 17.3% of the entire market capitalization. Now it is getting close to 20% of the entire market capitalization, although we know it is still next to Dangote Cement. But the whole impact that we've seen in recent time, I mean, has really changed the paradigm. As we speak, the market is up some 2.02% and is likely to be hitting the 31,000 psychological, mark before the end of the market or before the close of the markets today. It is MTN that has been moving things. We're seeing some.
The market is on fire. You need to have some fire.
It's on fire. It's on steroid, actually. It is on steroid.
More of a steroid than fire. I'm not too sure if we want to take out. We need a fire extinguisher. But of course, if it's steroid, well, you folks enjoy the ride. Yeah. That's it. That's it. So, who else is? It looks like with MTN, it's pulling everybody along, as it were. It looks like, well, thank you for coming.
Yeah,
we were asking.
Exactly, because...
Go ahead, please.
Sure. Because, again, none of the existing shareholders are really willing to sell. Again, some have argued that, I mean, the valuation of MTN, came very low to the market. That if it had been higher than the 3.4 times ratio that we found it at, I mean, compared to the peers in the African and emerging markets, that it would have been a high-stake game in the market. But because it came at a lower rate, cheap valuation, 19 Naira got listed, no one is willing to sell. So for those that had actually sold down on some other shares or stocks with fundamentals, and they have not been able to get, to key into MTN shares, I mean, since listings last week Thursday, it's just better for them to actually start going for other stocks that have fundamentals. And that's why you have the likes of Dangote currently rising now.
Yes, I look at my email and I get emails from brokerage firms asking me, marketing MTN, and saying, if you open a brokerage account, Bosin, or if you put some money here, we can buy MTN shares for you. I'm sure by now, MTN is raking in deposits into the accounts of brokerage firms. And everybody says, take this money, hold it there. If you see any...
That's what has happened.
If you see any shares of MTN, just pick it up for me. I'm sure hundreds of millions of Naira is on standby waiting.
Unfortunately, that hasn't panned out at all. It doesn't happen.
No, because if you're holding the shares for 18 years...
Because a lot of retail investors have not been able to get it.
Yes, that's what happens on the marketplace. Let forces of demand. Let forces of demand decide tempo. That's what the stock exchange says. That's why the center of capitalism. Capitalism is about big suits and the big boys with the portfolio. Exactly. You want to get in there, be ready for the game. If you can't take my portfolio, I've got to hold it here. Okay, let's leave it there for today. Thank you, Tempo. Everybody keep your eyes on the market. Keep your eyes on the show. Keep your eyes on Channels Television, Nigeria's news leader. Goodbye from Lagos.